But chlamydia is only one of sexually transmitted infections on the rise. Here to tell us more about these sobering facts is Dr. Kimberly Manning. Dr. Manning, good morning.
Good morning.
So 1.1 million cases of chlamydia. Yes. Why do you think this number is so high?
Well, you know, I think part of it is what we're doing right and what we're doing not so right. And what we're doing right is that we're screening more people, and we're offering more of our women who are sexually active, we're offering them screening for things like chlamydia and for gonorrhea. So the more people that we're screening, that means the more people that we capture under our radar. But the experts at CDC say, listen, don't think that it's all the screening that's causing this. We really believe that a lot of this could be related to increased morbidity and just more cases of chlamydia on the rise.
What are some symptoms of chlamydia? That's what makes it kind of tricky, isn't it?
Right. The different thing about chlamydia is that it often goes asymptomatic. It's just so elusive. And what often happens is that the individual who's infected will have chlamydia for a long time and have no idea that they have it. Unlike something like gonorrhea that causes discomfort with urination or a discharge or something like that, many of those individuals will come to medical attention and get checked out and get diagnosed and treated. Whereas chlamydia, people often don't know they have it. And the big issue there is that all that time that goes by, chlamydia can really do some damage, such as pelvic inflammatory disease, tubal infections, and scarring, and can be a really major cause of infertility.
Okay, you say that chlamydia is not the only STD on the rise. We're also seeing more syphilis and gonorrhea.
Right, and you know, gonorrhea and syphilis often go hand in hand, but as we mentioned before, gonorrhea has symptoms and many people go to medical attention. So if someone is diagnosed, they're more likely or less likely to spread it to more individuals. That could explain some of the slower rise of gonorrhea, but we know that both are on the rise. Syphilis is really interesting because I think at one point we thought that syphilis was sort of something of the past. We initially saw a rise in men who have sex with men and thought that it was an issue in that community, but what we're seeing is that the rise in syphilis can certainly be seen in heterosexual communities as well, just telling us that we really need to work on using a little more barrier protection.
Okay, and it seems like there are certain groups and communities that are more at risk.
Yes, I think one of the things that the CDC has pointed out is that there's really a disparity between different races with this rise, and African Americans in particular are the hardest hit. Although African Americans represent only 12% of the population, for say gonorrhea, we represent 70% of the cases of gonorrhea and about half of the cases of both syphilis and also gonorrhea and also chlamydia, excuse me. So it really is a big difference between races, and I think what all of it underscores is that we need to do a better job with health education in our homes, in our doctor's offices, in our schools, and then we just also need to remember the things that can help you to prevent having these things happen in the first place. One of which is using really excellent latex barrier protection and also considering abstention as a 100% effective option for not getting any STDs. But in the meantime, we just really need to educate, and remind everyone that you have to use a condom every single time.
Yeah, you really can't emphasize that enough. Dr. Manning, thank you.
Thank you.